You know, like, I'm not saying just because people got higher standards or people make more money than that, but it's just different because, you know, if it was anybody else that made a low income, I feel like they would have had them in there way faster than people that's wealthy.
It was in 2018 when a man by the name of Rymir Satterthwaite announced to the whole world that he is an illegitimate child of the world-famous rapper Jay-Z. But there's more to this story than just a random person alleging to be Jay-Z's son. So what really is the truth? Is Rymir actually speaking facts? And why hasn't Jay tried to solve the matter instead of letting it jeopardize his reputation? According to Rymir, his mom Wanda had told him that she had hooked up with Jay-Z in her aunt's apartment back in 1992. All these years, accusations have been hurled back and forth, with Rymir trying to tell the media that he is Hov's son, whereas Jay keeps denying it. Rymir has even mentioned about Jay-Z's continuous refusal to submit himself to a paternity test. Rymir has continually denied accusations of wanting to milk Jay-Z of his money, and instead insists that what he has been merely doing is seeking out the truth. In one Facebook post, Rymir even shades and calls out Jay-Z regarding constitutional rights. In his post, he says, "We just got one question for Jay-Z. Does Rymir Satterthwaite deserve constitutional rights? If so, why is he allowing the rights of one person to be destroyed while trying to help those in prison? Don't they all deserve it? National hypocrisy won't help your career." Readers to this post were quick to react. One Facebook user had to say this to Jay-Z: "Take the damn test, Jay-Z." Shake my head. You are the father. The woman has raised Rymir, who also happens to be his godmother, Lily Coley, is tired of the constant back and forth and has decided to speak up and clear the air regarding the rumors. Lily Coley revealed to Hip Hop Uncensored how Rymir's mother Wanda had explained the whole incident to Rymir. She also revealed how Jay-Z has managed to escape his obligations, not simply because of lack of due process, but because of actual fraud. This is what she had to say.
So my problem, as I told Rymir, ain't about a person. I got a problem with the institution.
Right.
Because I need to be able to go, and he needs to be able to go to any court and get fair due process and be treated like what we need to be treated like.
The Family Civil Liberties Union, FCLU, way back in 2020, had already shown support for Rymir. They had stated that the famous rapper had worked with insiders in the local courts in order to allow for documents to be withheld. This seems to have allowed Jay-Z to hold off on paternity tests that could actually prove Rymir's claims. In a press release, they had very strong words about this situation. Family Civil Liberties Union supports Rymir Satterthwaite's challenge to the family court and defense attorneys of Sean Corey Carter in New Jersey. Parties are coming together to take a stand against alleged fraud and corruption and possible violation of the 14th Amendment. People have already had pretty mixed views regarding this whole situation. One user said, "The real asshole here is the family court judge for allowing this to happen. This is cleared up by a simple test, and there's no reason to not allow it to happen. If Jay-Z is the father, I hope he gets destroyed with back child support and attorney's fees." Meanwhile, another user seemed to have a more understanding point of view. How about the fact that there is nothing linking Jay-Z to this man, other than what his mom first told him she thinks may have been the case 8 years after he was born, i.e. right around the time the Blueprint was going double platinum? If the only thing required to make Jay-Z take a paternity test was someone alleging he might be the father, do you have any idea how many paternity tests Jay-Z might be forced to take? I'm sure there's a certain rate of false positives, and can see why both the courts and his lawyers would have good reason to not want to open this door. If you'll recall, back in 2020, a 28-year-old woman by the name of Letitia Macer also brought up claims that she too was a child of Jay-Z. An aunt of Macer recalls how they tried to reach Jay-Z after Tisha's mom had given birth, but were always denied contact with the star rapper. I remember when Lisa came to my house and we called Rockefeller and we was trying to contact Jay to tell him about Tisha, and the exact words from the man was, "Do you know how many women call here daily and say Jay-Z is their baby daddy?" This probably explains the sentiments of this fan as she leaves her comment on Rymir's Facebook post. She writes, "Rymir, not sure if you have thought about this, but I would get together with Tisha, the young lady who was also supposed to be his child, and I would test our blood to see if we were related. And if we do, then that would tell all, and then both of you guys would work together." The last time Jay-Z released his statement regarding this whole affair was in 2018 when he released his single, Heard About Us. In one particular verse, he allegorically refers to his idol Michael Jackson's song Billie Jean and raps about it. Billie Jean in his prime for the 1000th time. The kid ain't mine. Online, they call me dad. Kiddingly, you're not supposed to take this dad thing literally. As of now, many are still waiting for Jay-Z to respond to the latest accusations that Rymir has brought forth. Rymir's aunt Coley, in the meantime, has decided to put up her own Instagram page to address issues regarding the inefficiencies in the justice system, including fraud, which, as she claimed, has been central to the ongoing case between Jay-Z and Rymir. In one particular post, she seems to throw some shade at Jay and the judicial system, as she writes, on fraud and fraud on the court, understanding that if the fraud is not addressed, nothing after that is considered valid. Fraud on the court occurs when the judicial machinery itself has been tainted, such as when an attorney, who is an officer of the court, is involved in the perpetration of a fraud or makes material misrepresentations to the court. Fraud upon the court makes void the orders and judgments of that court. Folks continue to take sides regarding this issue and are starting to develop strong sentiments against Jay-Z for having held on this long. One fan commented, "Just the fact that he won't take the test says he knows the boy could be his son." Another fan said, "This is sad. Rich people should be held to the same standards as poor people. Take the test. It doesn't matter what he actually wants. I think Jay is the father." Then there was someone who commented this, "Judging from your interview, you turned into a great young man with incredible morals. You should be proud of who you are, who your mother is, and how great of a job she did raising you. You have the right attitude. Money is the root of all evil. I'm sure you witnessed that firsthand in the court system. Know in your heart that God knows and sees everything and will deliver justice, and that, at the end of the day, you two are the winners. Even if B and J become trillionaires, they will never have the peace you two will find in the end. Keep fighting for what you believe in. I hope you find the truth." Meanwhile, as this drama continues to unfold, Rymir has started to lay ground in the music industry with the release of his single, Stacks. But what do y'all think? Is Jay really the father? Why does he keep denying to take paternity tests? And if you dig this one, make sure to check this next one out.